Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to McBain Moments. Today I wanted to talk about Dan Peña, or Pina. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's got the macron over the E. He's Mexican. But he's known as the $50 billion man, and he's probably one of the world's biggest jerks. But, one, he owns that. Like, he happily owns that title. And two, he teaches confidence through tough love. And we're talking like 1940s and 50s tough love. And for apparently there was boxing matches at his castle between his students, type of tough love. And I got to thinking, why is tough love becoming so popular? Because I've seen a number of different salespeople out there or personal development. And then, of course, you've got psychologist Jordan Peterson, of course, as I've talked about ad nauseum on my channel. But they're very much the clean your damn room, make your damn bed, get your shit together. And out of all of them, Dan Peña is definitely by far the roughest. He screams at people during lectures. He calls them all sorts of things I would never say on my most likely never say on my channel. But I was watching a lecture he was giving at one of the universities, and I'll be damned if I can remember which one it is. It's in England somewhere. And the quote was, "When you become fearless, life becomes limitless." When you become fearless, life becomes limitless. This is a Dan Peña quote. And you know what? I think I'm going to link his page down in the description. You should check him out if you haven't seen him before. You're not going to agree with everything he says. I don't agree with everything he says, but the man started with like $800 and now is worth over 50 billion. So he's obviously doing something right. And I had to think about it. I had to think about what that really meant. What does it mean when you become fearless, life becomes limitless? And as I was thinking about it, fear is the thing that holds you back. And it's got a very important purpose. It's also the thing that prevents you from getting too close to the cliff. It prevents you from going out into the dark where you know there might be a predator. I mean, now we're apex predators. We have been for centuries, or not centuries, but millennia. But it doesn't mean that at one time one of our genetic ancestors was a prey animal. You know, we've come a long way since then. 4.3 million years, I think, is the length of the genus Homo. But it doesn't mean that there wasn't a time when we were prey. And even as apex predators, we can still fall prey to other apex predators. So fear has a definite, important role in our existence. But at the same time, it also limits what our accomplishments can be if we fear taking steps that might be risky or challenging, and because of that fear, we become paralyzed. And that's the one thing you want to prevent. I mean, unless you're doing something obviously stupid, like base jumping without a parachute. Okay, that goes beyond stupid. But unless you're doing something deliberately stupid, why not give it a try? You know, I've said time and time again, I don't understand the penchant for people to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. And frankly, the reason for it is because I have a pilot's license. And so if I'm in an airplane, I kind of rely on those wings to keep my sorry ass in the air. And haven't had an hour behind the yoke in almost 12 years. But I do have it, and I do remember the time in the plane, and every time I fly, I think, hopefully I never have to jump out. But if I think back on it, maybe that's what I need to do. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen this year, but I might have to put it on the bucket list now. Because I don't fear heights per se, but there are certain things that make me nervous. I don't like climbing ladders, especially aluminum or wooden ones. I prefer fiberglass to aluminum or wood because both of the other two sway. But you can put me on a pallet on forks on a tractor and lift me up 10, 15 feet in the air, and I'm generally okay. I get a little nervous near the edge if there isn't something in front of me, but I think that's more like a natural reaction than anything. But I'll still do it and I'm not paralyzed. But now I might have to take that extra step, and that really kind of, there's a part of me that kind of is like, really? But yeah, no. Because if I can overcome that fear, I will become more free. If I can overcome that fear, I will become more free. And I'm going to talk about another one. When I lived in North Dakota, I dressed like this every single day. Suit, cravat, and the shirt, because that's part of the suit. You're not going to be bare-chested under the vest. Hilarious though that would be. And I owned the look, and everyone knew who it was when they saw me. They could tell from way up the street because I was the only one in all of Bismarck that wore a cravat. But the fact of the matter is because I was capable in what I was doing, people didn't give a shit what I wore. And this became battle armor. Because I knew if I walked in to a meeting, to a customer, to a deal, anything, I'm wearing my battle armor, I can get it. And you can too. You can pull off any style, you can pull off any sale or any meeting or negotiation if you go in with confidence and you own it. And the biggest problem is 99% of people go into anything like that. The biggest reason that people fail at getting what they want is because they're afraid to ask for it. And so try to overcome that fear. I've got a lot more thoughts that could go into this one. This could turn into a regular vlog post, but I'm not going to go, I don't want to go too far over the 7-minute mark, so just keep this in mind. It doesn't matter if you're told no. The important part is that you asked. Or that you tried. Doesn't matter if you fail, it only matters that you tried. Because as long as you keep trying, at one point you will succeed. No matter how long it takes. That's all I got. This has been a McBain moment.